Morning, everybody. Morning, Sonia. Trust you're all having a good morning. I worked last night. Morning, Christian from the Northwest. Trust you're recovering well, my friend. We need you. You're a very important part of the UIM, and looking forward to getting your candidates in a week's time. I worked last night till 6 o'clock this morning, and I haven't been feeling so well this past week or so. So yeah. Morning, Kevin. Yeah, just very tired this morning. Worked last night, bit of a rough night, and yeah. So I haven't slept yet since I finished my 12-hour shift, but I want to get this done, and then I can relax. Morning, Judy. Yeah, guys, we have an awesome team with the UIM. We have coordinators all around the country, and I must say, a lot of the people that we work with are absolutely amazing. As a national, morning Vanessa, as a national election coordinator, these people make my job easier. You know, I don't want to mention names, but throughout the country, in the various metros and provinces, people working behind the scenes, making sure that that the administration gets taken care of. And sorry, I might cough quite a bit today. I've still got a bit of a cough, so please just excuse me. Morning, Lorna. Morning, Denise. Morning, Judy. So yeah, we're heading now towards the resubmission of our candidates. And as you all know, the ANC was given a lifeline there, a backdoor. I was in two minds about the resubmission. Because at the end of the day, if the ANC wasn't allowed to complete their lists, they would have done dismally in this election. They would have lost power in so many municipalities, which would have been good for the country to see a new leadership come in, a new governance come in. But you know, at the end of the day, I think South Africans are going to vote for change anyway. I think there's going to be a lot of surprises. Latest polls put the ANC below 50%. So either way, the ANC, as it stands, is on track. Morning, Johnny, is on track to dip below that very crucial 50% support barrier. And what that is going to result in is that the smaller opposition parties are going to have to come together and work together in the various metros. I think all the major metros, Cape Town, Tshwane, Joburg, Gqeberha, are going to be hung parliament or hung councils. And what that means is that the only way that they can function is by there being some sort of cooperative governance between the smaller parties. So the ANC, I think, is definitely facing down the barrel of a gun. Okay, I'm gonna go straight into my 3 points this morning. The first point that I would like to discuss is the ward candidates. As you know, the election date was moved from the 27th of October to the 1st of November. Effectively, because of the date moving, the timeline moving, the timetable as such moves accordingly. So there will be a registration weekend on the 18th and 19th of September. That means you can go along to your local polling station and you can register to vote if you've never registered before. Sorry. For those of you that are registered but you've moved or you want to update your details, you can go onto the IEC website now already and you can go and change your details. Okay. In fact, you can even go and register now. You don't have to wait for the registration weekend. You can go and register now. And I know that most of the people that are watching this show or this live broadcast are probably registered, but do the responsible thing. Speak to people in your workplace. Speak to people in your social network, your family and friends. Do your bit. If you impact 5 or 10 people, already here we have 120 people live. If you each impact 10 people, that's 1,200. If they impact 10 people, it's 12,000, and so it goes and so it goes. There are about 10 million unregistered voters in South Africa, and it's those unregistered voters, those new voters, that are going to be able to turn the tide, because it's the young, fresh electorate that hasn't been tarnished by the past or that's stuck in their ways, that can vote with new passion, with new ideas, with new vision, that will actually change the trajectory of the outcome of the elections in this country. If you consider that we had elections 27 years ago, that means that somebody that voted for the first time in 1994 is now 45 years old. It's quite a thought. Mid-40s, and you were 18 in 1994. So our electorate, there's a big untapped electorate. So if you guys can, intentionally encourage people to register on the 18th and 19th, that's going to be the election voter weekend, registration weekend. On the 20th of September, as it stands, that is when we are going to be able to submit our new lists to the IEC. And the UIM, I must say, we have received additional candidates. So we have candidates from all over that have come forward. And as you all know, we had challenges in Johannesburg. So our candidates are going to be submitted in Johannesburg. We're going to be submitted in the Northwest, where we had a challenge with the IEC, and then also in Mpumalanga. So the UIM candidates are going to increase substantially based on our last submissions. So, we're using this to our advantage. It's not just to the ANC's advantage. We are using it to our advantage as well. The more candidates we can have out there, the better chance we have of placing UIM personnel in local governance. As you know, for those of you that don't know, myself and our president are on the PR list for the city of Cape Town. We are 1 and 2 on the PR list. So if things go according to plan, myself and our president will be in the city of Cape Town from November, and we will make sure that 59 billion budget is spent accordingly, is spent properly. And that will be a precedent that we will carry throughout the metros in South Africa where we have representation. The UIM brand, or the UIM way of doing things will be a national footprint. Whatever myself and the president do here in Cape Town, we will do the same throughout the country. And change is coming, and it doesn't matter how many candidates we have. This has always been a strategy of laying a foundation and building towards 224. That's the big one. That's the national elections. By then, that is when we will basically have gained momentum. Our brand will be out there. People will know who we are. And they'll also see us in local governance. They'll see how we are. Yes, we do have candidates in Johannesburg. I see somebody's asking there. We do have candidates in Johannesburg, in Ekurhuleni, in Tshwane, the whole Gauteng province, KZN, all over. We're strong. Guys, you're going to get 2 votes, one for the party, one for the candidate. If you vote for the party and for the candidate, those votes get added together, and then as a percentage of the total vote, we will get proportionate seats. So that system is quite equitable, because even if you don't win all your wards, your votes count. So when you go into the ballot box and you put a cross next to the UIM party, that still counts towards our collective votes, and we can get proportional seats. So like in Cape Town, for instance, there's 116 council seats, ward seats, and 116 PR seats. So there are 232 seats. And half of them come from ward votes, and half of them come from proportionate votes. So every vote counts. And our intention is, by the time we submit those lists on the 20th, that we want to cover every single ward and scoop as many votes as we can, so that we have proportional representation. So the President and the Secretary General and Christy Jonk and Jesse and all of them have been on a tour this week. They've been to Quebeca, they've been to George and Muscle Bay, then they went up to East London, Buffalo City. Tamara's holding the fort there, and Buffalo City is really doing well. We've got a decent group of candidates there, and then they went to Durban, KZN. They were there last night, they're there today, and then they're going on to the Free State. So it's been quite a successful tour, and it's important, that the leadership get out there, that Neil sees the country, engages with the people. He's always said he will be a Stadsaal leader. In other words, he'll take his leadership to the people and not lead from a fancy office. So that's Neil, rolling up his sleeves, and I look forward to us making it into the city of Cape Town Council and bringing change, so you guys can see that everything that we've been speaking about for the last, call it year, has not just been marketing. It's been heartfelt intentions to actually bring change to this country. So our art department is busy with our election posters at the moment. They're really awesome looking posters, and those posters will go up soon. We're busy. We've procured a provider in Cape Town, so we have a printing company, the lady called Annalise at Deep South Printers, and they've given us an absolutely amazing deal. And it's nice to see the orders already coming through. We've had quite a few thousand posters ordered already, and I'm looking forward to when those posters start going up around the country, when you guys are going to be driving in your cars and you're going to start to see the UIM emblem and posters up. I think it's going to hit home then, because people are used to seeing other political parties. They haven't really seen the UIM brand in the public space that much, because we are a new party, and this is all first time round for us. But I think once you guys start seeing the UIM posters, and morning Tamara, when you guys start seeing the posters up in the various suburbs, I think it's going to start hitting home that the UIM is actually here to contest. And for those of you, the people viewing here, if you want to sponsor posters, in other words, if you want to place an order, we have not just ward posters, we have political posters as well of the UIM, different slogans. Those posters are R5.90 each. So if you order, for argument's sake, 50 posters, it's going to cost you under 300 Rand. If you order 100 posters, it's going to cost you $590. So depending on your budget, if you want to assist the UIM in our marketing drive, all right, I don't know if any of the admins are here, if they can pin my phone number and my email address, but my email is brett@uimsa.org. Yes, Judy, I agree. Annalise is also great to work with. brett@uimsa.org, and my number is 061 091 8217. If you guys want to order posters, let me know. I'll put you in touch with Annalise. They're R5.90 a poster. So if you order some posters, she can courier them to you. Okay, if you're in Cape Town, she is Cape Town based, you can go probably collect it from their offices, and then you guys can put it up in your areas, in your suburbs, on the poles and whatever the case. So many hands, thank you Heidi, many hands make light work. So, if you as our supporters, if you go and order 50 posters, $300, that's like, going to McDonald's or KFC for a lunch, and you can get your 50 posters. They've already been printed onto board with plastic cover, waterproofing coating, and etc. And you guys can go and stick that up in your area, so that people in your neighborhood can see that the UIM is here. We're on the ballot. We want to bring change into your suburbs. So please, guys, email me, WhatsApp me, and I'll put you in touch with our printers. And that's nationally, whether you're in KZN, Johannesburg, Ekurhuleni, Tshwane, it doesn't matter where you are. Get in touch with us, with me. I'll put you in touch with our printer, and we can sort you out with some posters. The more the merrier. They printed yesterday, the IEC printed donations that have come to political parties. Not all the parties printed their donations, but the ANC did, the DA did, and the DA received 15 million Rand from Barry Oppenheimer's daughter. 15 million. Even Action SA got like 2.5 million in donations from various sources. So, guys, as the UIM, we, a lot of people are kind of observing us from a distance, wanting to see just how sincere we are. They've been watching us for a year. A lot of people didn't think we would become a political party. They didn't think we'd be able to contest the elections. And we've had to do this. We've had to go through this last year, this journey, through a very hard and trying journey. And we've come this far. And, what has motivated us has been you, the people, you South Africans, and the fact that we want to bring change. And we've really had to dig deep and to actually get this far. And when we see yesterday that, the DA can get like 15 million Rand from one donor, can you imagine if the UIM got 15 million Rand? I mean, we would be able to do so much of that in terms of marketing and exposure, and that's the thing. But that'll come in time. I have no doubt that once we are in governance, we're in the mix, we can show South Africans what we are really about. I do believe that corporates will start to take us seriously, and that our time will come, building up to 224, where we will also start getting corporate sponsors and things like that. But we make no bones about the fact that we are doing this together as a collective with our ward candidates, with you, our supporters. We don't have fancy corporates throwing millions at us, but we are competing with the best of them. And we are doing it. Ultimately, we have something that you can't put a price on, and that is God. Ultimately, God's will be done. And no amount of money, no amount of corporateness or whatever is going to prevent us from fighting for South Africa and making sure that we come into council and that we actually make a difference. And we wouldn't have done it on a 15 million rand ticket. We would have done it with the love and support of you, the people. So, yeah, we are very thankful for everybody that has contributed to the UIM, that has supported us, and they continue to support us. And I see it daily from the emails that I get and the WhatsApps that I get, the support from around the country, people wanting to stand as ward councillors, people supporting us. So, we are very, very in awe of that love and support from you, South Africa. And yeah, first of November, it's around the corner, 7 weeks or so, and we go to the ballot, and then comes the exciting part when they start counting the votes. And how exciting is it going to be when we start getting results, when we actually start seeing UIM councillors winning wards, and we getting proportional seats and so forth. And once the dust is settled and we see what our net result is from this election, the work will start again all over. We will start then building for 224. But the important thing is then we will have councillors in council, and you will be able to see how we bring change. Guys, the important thing is that we must never be despondent. We must never give up. Collectively, we can bring change in this country. There are enough voters. There are enough voters that are unregistered, and there are enough voters that sit at home. There are as many that sit at home as those that are unregistered. And we're really hoping that this election, that those 8, 9, 10 million that don't vote actually come out and vote. I think the ANC knows that they are in trouble. They only got 53.6% in the last election, and that was when they were a lot stronger than what they are now. So the polls are putting them at 49. I think that, to be honest with you, if the elections are run free and fair, and which I think they will be, I think the ANC will get a lot less than 49%, probably 45. But we can speculate about numbers and so forth. Let's just go out there and let's just vote. Encourage your friends on the day. This is the opportunity now to put a new party on the map. Yes, there are other parties as well that are new, and that's exciting because, that is what brings a healthy democracy to a country, is when you have options. And it's not just, a big powerhouse dominating everything, where you have options and where people are then forced to talk to each other, because the ANC is not going to be the clear majority winner in at least 4 of the major metros. So hopefully that will result in change. Now, one of my points that I noted for this talk is being a king player. What a king player is if you get enough votes in a metro where you can swing the balance of power in either direction. So if the UIM, for argument's sake, gets 5% or 10% of the vote in a metro, and let's say between the ANC and the DA, they don't have a clear outright winner, then a party like the UIM becomes very important, because then both of those parties will want to talk to us, because our votes can swing decision making in their favor. But as our president has said, we will not negotiate with the ANC. So, if we have to go it alone with our 5% or whatever it is that we get, then so be it. And if it means that we don't vote for either one of those parties, and we keep it as a hung council, well, then that's what we do, But it's going to be interesting to see how things look after the elections. One thing is for certain, is that we are going to have a real shake-up in the political spectrum. So, guys, it's past. I'm not going to make this a long one. It's been a long night. So I just want to recap. If you want to sponsor posters, please email me, brett@uimsa.org, or 061 091 8217. Sorry. And I will put you in touch with Annalise, our printer. You can order posters from her at R5.90 a poster and put them up in your neighborhoods. Number 2, voter registration weekend on the 18th and 19th of September. If you're not registered, please come out and register so that you can vote. If you need to change your details, go onto the IEC website and change your details. You can even go and register there now if you want to. If you don't want to stand in queues. Margriet, have you actually messaged me? I see you've Margriet Lake is sending me a message. I receive hundreds of WhatsApps, but I do my utmost to respond to everybody. Please send me a WhatsApp this morning, Margriet, and I will come back to you. I will come back to you within the hour. Okay. All right. What else? So it's posters, sponsoring of posters. If there's still any ward candidates, you can come forward. Next week we're going to have to start finalizing our lists, because Monday the 20th we have to submit. So we are going to have to call a deadline on those ward candidates by, I'd say, Tuesday next week. So please, if anybody wants to be a ward candidate, you've got between now and Tuesday to get your details through to me. What else? Register 18th and 19th. You can even go register now. Update your details. Encourage your friends to go and register. And then on election day itself, come out and vote. Put your mark next to the UIM. Vote us into power. The louder our voice is, the more we can do for you in council. One thing is for sure is change is coming. And it's a really exciting times. So guys, if there's any questions, it's 9:33. I'm going to allow two minutes for any questions, and I'll just keep on watching the box here to see if there's any questions. Denise, you've said something about PR lists. I'm not quite sure what you are wanting to know there, but yeah, I will be submitting our lists electronically. I've been asked by our Secretary General to do our submissions electronically. So all our metro coordinators will have to send their lists to me by close of business on Tuesday. and then I will be capturing that information between Tuesday and the end of next weekend, and then on Monday we will submit electronically. So then we don't have to run around to all the IEC offices. It's all done through one portal. Okay, so that's how we will be doing it. Our offices in Cape Town are in Somerset West. Somebody asked there. We're in Somerset West. Just go to the UIM website, and then you'll be able to see our details there. No, Denise, you don't have to resend your information to me. I have your details. So we'll put you on onto our lists. So you will be there, Denise. I won't forget about you. Okay, Beverly, I see your message as well. Yeah, the EFF got 1.2 million. I think their votes will increase naturally because the ANC is going to lose some of their support to them. But I don't think the EFF will ever be. They'll never ever be as big as the ANC. They're far too leftist and too radical in their policies. They don't unify South Africa. They are very divisive and very radicalist leftist group. So I don't see the EFF ever getting more than 20%, 20-odd%, if that. So I think once people start to see the UIM style of governance, we will attract more and more. Do we have a PR vote with no candidate? Yes, you do, Hillary. If there's no candidate in your particular ward, you will still see the UIM under the party vote. But we are endeavoring to cover every ward candidate, every ward. We have a strategy for that. So I can't divulge any of that in the public domain. But we intend to have a candidate in every ward. Okay, so you should see a UIM candidate on your ward ballot as well, no matter where you are. Yes, Neil was in Buffalo City on Wednesday. Yeah, Neil was in Buffalo City. He had an amazing reception there from Tamara and Lorna and them. Had a really good time. We could see from the pictures that it was a really festive occasion, as it was in Durban last night. Morning, Maria. Maria is our coordinator there in Ekurhuleni. Judy and Kevin, thanks for the kind comments. But you know, it really is a team effort. You guys are all amazing. You know, from Christian in the Northwest, who's also optimistic and hardworking and really drives his region, to Kevin, Manya and Judy in Tshwane, and they're also helping with Johannesburg, Bridget in Somerset West, Charisse in George, Natasha in Nelson Mandela Bay, Shafiq in Cape Town, Classy in Elmrie and his team out in Mangaung. Who've I missed? I'm going to get into trouble. I've probably missed somebody. Jackie and her team with Johan Johnson and Kali Moki out in Mpumalanga and Eugene. We've got amazing people. Okay, so guys, we've got two more minutes, and then I'm gonna call it. We've got until Tuesday, where to finalize our candidates, because then we've got to start capturing electronically, and we want everything ready by the end of the weekend, so that come Monday we can submit that button and all our stuff is submitted. And then comes the exciting part. We wait for the finalization of our lists, our posters go up, and I can't wait to see the posters going up here in Cape Town, to see people driving on the main roads. They are going to see the UIM. We're going to see the UIM for the first time on the lamppost and so forth. And you know, there are a lot of regions that we probably not reaching this time round. There's a lot of smaller municipalities, but fast forward 5 years and we'll grow as a party, we'll grow in our strength, and we will eventually get to all the little metros as well, But we are covering all the 8 major metros as well as a lot of the outlying regions. And for a party that's only been around for a matter of months, I think we've done well. So, guys, I will see you next Friday. Hopefully, I will be feeling a bit better then. And I wish you all a safe weekend. Don't forget, if you want to sponsor posters, please email me, brett@uimsa.org. Start encouraging your friends to go and register online. They can do that now. There's a registration week on the 18th and 19th. Ward candidates, get your names in by next week, Tuesday. And let's give it one final push. We're now into the business end of this. And the UIM is ready to contest these elections and to put our councillors in and to bring change. And it's really exciting times lying ahead of us. And thanks to everybody for all your efforts, for supporting us. And together we will bring change. Thank you very much. And I see you guys next Friday at 9 o'clock.